I just had to do it. Make a little reaction video about the new Triumph motorcycles because we now have a little bit more information on them. And are they going to be worth a damn? Is it something that you should be buying? Well, if they keep throwing enough money at it, oh, heck yeah. And in my opinion, from what I've seen, it appears that these new 250, because they're not making a 450 yet, they're first making a 250 bike, which is cool. And I could see why, because if you have limited resources, you should just go after one bike rather than try to have an 85 and, little bikes, big bikes, everything. And especially if you're just going to start a team. I think they're going to start with MXGP, but they're going to have little Evan Ferry on board, which we talked about, about a year ago. We helped to leak that information out there. But I digress. To me, these Triumph bikes look as if you had an Austrian parent and then you had coitus with a Japanese dirt bike. Because you got the aluminum frame, the KTMs have the steel frames, but it looks like it's more of a KTM motor to it. They've got KYB suspension on it, and that suspension is spring. Right? Is that influenced by Ricky Carmichael? Potentially. And Bobby Hewitt's going to be the team manager over there. I'm excited because the whole spring fork is definitely old school tech. However, it's so refined that it just keeps working. Is this if you bought a washer and dryer 20 years ago, that thing is still moving. Now you buy them and the freaking things blow up a week before your warranty's over with. But let's get into a little bit what they're talking about, and they released some more stuff on their YouTube channel here.
Has really good low-end response, low-end torque. Normally everything's give and take. You either have good low-end or good top-end, whichever you prefer, but I feel like this engine gives both of that.
Which that is insane, because especially riding some older Austrian bikes, the last time I had a 250F Husky, it was 2017, but those bikes made such shitty low end. They made such crappy low end, and you had to put like a big bore in them to get that, but then you were sacrificing the top. The KTMs and Huskies, they've been notorious for not having a lot on bottom and having a lot on top. That's why even the 450s have been considered more of a vet type motorcycle, because they don't just come off the bottom like a Kawasaki where it just throws you, but it's just sort of nothing to then gradual mid to a little bit more top. It's a usable bike. And for vet riders, you don't want to be thrown off. You want to be able to use your hands and not have lactic acid pumped up in your arms all the freaking time. And that's definitely what my Rockstar Edition, the last bike that I just sold. You guys probably, I don't know if I've said that or not, but yeah, I sold my dirt bike here in Arizona because I don't have anybody to ride with. And my goals have just changed momentarily. So I sold it to get this $13,000 Cervelo. And yeah, that's what we're going from here. But I'm definitely considering buying some new bikes. I don't think I would ever buy a 250F. Because I'm 225 pounds, 6'5". It just wouldn't fit me. For those of you who know me, I'm 150 pounds of 5'8", right? But anyway, what in the heck is this? Okay, I'm assuming M maybe stands for manual. It would be sweet if they had like an app to help fine-tune the bike, just like Yamaha does. I think that is something that is crucial that you should be able to. And like the social media aspect for being able to log in and go, hey, Ricky Carmichael says that this map is the best, and you can try it. It's got like 99,000 upvotes or whatever. Or then you have a Hopper one that's like, hey, this is for the vet riders, and then it's got a bunch of downvotes to it. You're like, which one do I pick? I think the social aspect for that is huge, to be able to do something like that. The Gascats don't have it. The Huskies, you can tune it, but you got to go into the shop. It's just a little bit of a bummer. I do like having the different maps here, but maybe do they have 3 different types and 1, or is it just 2 a start? And I don't know, but that is interesting to me. And the other thing I want to point out is Carmichael. It's been so long since I've seen him ride that I didn't know that he was a one finger guy, right? And he's using his middle finger. It's the same thing I do, but it's interesting. Carmichael throughout this video actually had really good form, and same thing with Little Fairy. I want to have these guys succeed. When they first started making this bike, and it was, hey, Carmichael's going to be this guy, Fairy's going to be on board, they're going to do the 250 first, and I was like, man, if I was to make a motorcycle company, it might, this is going to piss off a lot of people. It might be more of go towards the Stark direction because of the sheer fact, like, why spend all this R&D money when the sport here in 5 to 10 years is changing? But maybe these guys in Triumph, definitely, they're a big motorcycle dealer. They have the funds and the resources to make a dirt bike, so they had all the things there. Might as well. They could get it out in a few years, and boom, now they could reap the benefits of starting this motorcycle, sell this motorcycle for the next 5 to 10 years, because e-bikes really aren't going to be a pure thing until they get their own class, and every other production model, there's an e-bike for them. You got Yamaha, KTM, they all have their own version, and it's starting to get that way. But on the professional level, with the homologation rule and the production rule, it's probably going to be minimum 3 to 5 years before we even start hinting at something like that happen. And so, but these guys don't have a 450 yet. They just have the 250. It'll be interesting to have Vital and Dirt Bike Mag, Motocross Action, all these guys, Racer X, all these guys start doing a bike comparison where they put them up against all the other bikes. And if this thing is worse than the Suzuki, I'm really sorry. Really sorry. But I don't think so. I think it's going to be a big contender, and I really think it might surprise somebody. From what they're saying, what they're promising, a 250 that has the Jap bottom and the Austrian top, like, that's the best of both worlds. Why wouldn't you buy this motorcycle over anyone else? A spring fork? Come on. Brembo brakes? It's a whole Husky gas Austrian type thing. Maybe not gas, but you get what I'm saying. It's the Austrian type. That is awesome because I loved the brakes on the KTMs and the bottom on the Jap bikes. Like, do I have to repeat myself? No, because that's pretty much what it is. Hey, last thing you notice, I'm doing some decorating in here because there's this knucklehead by the name of Jace with Gypsy Tales that always motivates me every time I talk to that dude. So, time to start remodeling. Till next time, everybody keep it WFO. Bye.